Hello there everyone, my name is Satsuma and welcome back to our Satsuma campaign in Fall to Samurai. So, apparently, my great intro that I had got absolutely brutally murdered by the annoyance that is the Windows self-updater. So, I managed to hold that back, but it completely effed up my recording and alt-tabbed my game, so that was not fun. But anyway, we hit the enter button, obviously. And apparently, Matsuyama are not that fond of a prolonged war with us, and I can really see why. But I don't think I'll let them off the hook just yet. We might be willing to give them peace actually, but before then, we will definitely want to take their regions in Honshu. And yeah, I think they can keep their two regions in that island that I can't remember the name of. So yeah, this is not happening right now. But it's a very good sign that they are on the defensive right now. And I guess that also might have something to do with the fact that not only have I been absolutely destroying them on land, I've also been destroying them at sea. A bit surprising, but I still managed to defeat them. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely think that is a good thing. Definitely a good sign, at least. So, should we have these guys move out immediately? Maybe, and have these guys come in and keep the order. Then again, these guys are really the crack elite troops. So I don't know. I don't really know how I want to do this. Okay, let's look at the happiness here. 9. That's quite nice, actually. I think we can actually move out with every single unit, because we just do like this, and then we do a tiny amount of... I haven't seen that unit before. Anyway, we don't usually go for the traditional units, do we? Also, this one, a bow unit. Let's see, 175 range. Quite decent. But I have better. But yeah, let's recruit a bunch of levy infantry to keep the population under control. And that should actually be it. More modernization and less resistant to invaders. So yeah, that should be fine. Also, just to make it absolutely clear that we are the ones controlling that, let's recruit a recruiter fortress. Yeah, recruiter fortress. You know what I mean. To keep the population under control. Also, how are your movement points? Okay, you can pretty much move the exact same distance there. So yeah, 2 units in ambush. Hopefully these guys just walk straight into it. Okay, I can't hit them. Go figure. Oh yeah, you were trying to bombard me, weren't you? I don't actually think we have a decent enough navy to take care of them, but who knows? Well, apparently I have a 50-50 chance when I have 3 gunships up against 1 12-gun ship. And somehow we managed to win. I guess the gunboats are really small targets, so that might be why. Anyway, I think it's time to scout a bit more. This is a regular port, I think. This is a trading port, so they have some coastal artillery. Just make sure that I stay out of their range, and I can scout out these guys. So unfortunately, I don't actually have the range here. That's no fun. Then again, if I were actually playing as Tosha, I would have the range, but I'm evidently not playing as Tosha, so we don't have that range. Also, I can now build another railway station, and with that, when these 2 are actually done, I think I should be having the first railroad in Japan, which is quite nice. Of course, if another faction does it before me, they will get that. I guess it's not even a bonus. It's like some small achievement. Can I just move this guy? Apparently I just managed to use all his movement points there. Oh well, enemy agent. Well, thankfully you will disappear the moment I take care of these guys, so I don't think I have to worry about you too much there. Anything else we have to really worry about before we end the turn? Yeah, let's take a look at if we have any raiding ships. We don't. That's quite nice. We have raiding ships with our ally, our trading ally in the west here. Actually, east. Never mind. This is east, in San Francisco, nonetheless. But yeah, that's better than France and Great Britain being blockaded out. That's for sure. So yeah, I think we are done now for this turn. At least when it comes to movement of military units. Well, I guess I should have had my navy start raiding again. I'll get him onto that. Okay. No counterattacks. That's quite nice. Let's see. So 910, and okay, we're evidently the best thing is to raid here. So yes, this navy will be well, this navy is definitely too strong for them to handle right now. That's quite nice. So I'm blocking the trade between themselves, I think, Matsuyama, and a tiny amount of Tosha, but that's a negligible amount of Tosha blockading. So yes, lead with this general, since he's the one that needs more experience. And that was not the thing I wanted at all. And of course it's... I should be able to get back there in time. I sure hope so. So yes, we'll experience a bit of unhappiness, but it should actually be okay. But yeah, get you merged, like I really wanted you to. Now I'm gonna blockade these guys, so just move these guys a tiny amount out of the way, so hopefully these guys will actually reach the town again on the next turn. Actually, just do like that, because the artillery sure is heavy, keeps weighing us down. Also, I think I actually want the agent to train these troops, since these guys are actually starting to get quite a veteran by now, so they don't need that much more support as far as I can see. Also, I may be walking into an ambush here. At least I will be walking into a supported ambush. Okay. So they retreated. Which probably means that we are gonna see a battle next turn. So load up all of our decent units and a bit more into the frontline army. Let's see. So just do like this to start off with, and that's everything actually. But I don't think we need this much spare elements. So 3 spare units, that should be enough. Actually, let's have these guys jump back, so we have more men. Even though they are quite decent. There we go. I think that is the best army. So all of the artillery loaded up in 1 unit. That's quite nice. Can't actually move that guy. That's unfortunate. Can't do that with any other guy either. But yeah, hopefully we'll get attacked there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. And yeah, you are still okay raiding. And I just moved you. Anything we want to use our money on? Let's see, expand cities. That is a good idea. Just shuffle through to find a city that can be worked on. There we go. And we have money for at least 1 more. But apparently it's not needed. Okay, let's end the turn then. So, battle, battle, battle. Come on, a battle. Let's see a battle. This is a battle I will actually be fighting, which I haven't been doing for quite a while now, I do realize. Come on, try to break out. Well, I'll force them into a battle, because in 5 turns they are guaranteed to die if they do not do anything. So I can pretty much guarantee a battle here. That is nice. Also, continue with the assault we have going. Keep the steam up. Also, we didn't have mounting and rest here for some reason on this turn. That was a bit weird, but anyway, we have definitely fixed that now. Also, I find it weird, you have enough movement points to move there, but when it comes to getting back again, you don't have enough movement points. I don't see the logic there, but okay, do your thing. Yeah, I think we might be ready to end the turn again. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, don't fail now. And I don't have to sneeze, of course. Rarely happens that I actually have to sneeze during a recording. And most of the time, I don't sneeze, so kinda embarrassing. Anyway, let's build a castle then, and just continue to upgrade the stuff we get. Yeah, like this, for example. So we can get a decent production facility right next to a railway. That's very nice indeed. And yes, we wanted artillery, didn't we? And we also have another one quite close to a railway station. So that's quite nice. I guess the closest railway station is actually here. So yeah, we actually have to capture all of their land territories in order to reach the end of the line here. Or the next point on the line, actually. Also, I see they have a part of a railway built already, but I don't think they have that connected to anything. This is probably upgraded, and then this isn't upgraded, for example. Because I haven't seen that cutscene yet, like the first railroad. You usually get a cutscene even if it isn't you that actually makes that railroad happen, so there's that. What can I do here? I can instill fervor. Instilling troops with fervor increases the bonus that they will receive when charging into melee combat. So basically, that's a long-winded way of saying +2 charge bonus. I rarely use a charge, unless I, of course, use cavalry. I guess I use cavalry with these guys, so why not? Also, that will make him be part of that army, which will move into territories, which, if needed, if they are supporting the Shogun, which I don't think they are, because these guys are firmly Imperial, but if they are, he will start flipping them immediately. So that's very nice. Also, we still have this going. I'm still convinced we will see a battle there. We might see a battle where the odds are not in our favor at all, because there might be some enemy reinforcements, you never know. Like from Yonago, for example. So if that happens, we might have some troubles. But if that doesn't happen, then we should be good. Also, if I go to siege now, will these guys be in reinforcement range? No, they won't actually. Meaning that the odds are definitely not in my favor. So I'm gonna break the siege and just make sure that these guys are in reinforcement range of one another. Yeah, seems very nice indeed. And we'll do the same here as over there. We'll give this guy, which is the one I think I'll have besieging, we'll give him all of the artillery. So when these guys try to break out, we will have all of the artillery operational immediately. Even if that does mean that we have fewer actual line infantry units. But that doesn't really matter too much, because we will be reinforced pretty much immediately. Anyway, let's end the turn again. We should be approaching the, what is it called again? The modern army technology. That will allow us to build the last thingamajig on the barracks, or the recruitment facility, modern military unit recruitment facility. I think I'll actually have that in this province. Speaking of, they have actually built the railway station. Now it's all up to you. 3 turns and then we are ready. And the future is here. Okay, so you have the barracks, and then comes another step There we go, Military Academy. And final step, Army War College. And I am fairly confident that you can only have one of them. I don't think it says anything about that here. But I think you can only have one of them. So yeah, I think I'll place them there, just because that they are close to a railway, which is of course great for transporting units, obviously. How far is that away actually? 6 turns, okay. We'll have to be a few more turns before we're actually able to build the Army War College, just because of the fact that we don't even have barracks yet, so... yeah, we have a few things to actually get in place first. Speaking of things to get in place, we are getting the Field Artillery School in place. So we'll start building the... I think it's the Academy next. I don't know, it might be. Anyway, continue that siege and do as I said I would. And this siege actually might last into deep winter. That will of course not be that great, but we should manage. Also, we don't want to exchange those guys. Let's see, 4 and 2, 3, 4. And there we have it. So yes, these guys should have a lot of firepower available if these guys try to break out. And is that it for this turn? I think it might be. We could actually start recruiting a bit, I guess. We do have quite a lot of income. Quite a lot of dispensable income, I might add. Actually, a lot of the cities I have started to build should have finished by now. And I don't think all of them are at the highest tier possible for me at the moment. I don't know, maybe they are. Apparently I've upgraded everything. When it comes to the cities, that is. Like this thing. On the fortresses and the castles and the fortifications, on the other hand, that's a different matter entirely. So, yeah, there we go. Out of money. We can actually build a citadel. That's quite nice. Gives a repression, and it gives added defense. And what a defense! Oh my, those citadels, they're nearly impenetrable. Like, without even having an additional units in addition to the grey units there, the already garrisoned people. That is, yeah, it's brutal, and I guess that is good. That is a good word for the samurai in general. It's extremely brutal, and it definitely has something to do with the fact that it's the most modern Total War you get, basically. Set 50 years after Napoleon Total War. But yeah, I think that was it. Now that we are actually spent all of our money. Now in my luck, I'll probably lose my main training port by now. Oh, are you attacking? You're doing something. There we go. So we will actually see a battle. I did promise you that. And the Matsuyama delivered. Thank God for that. So this might actually been the turn before they was like supposed to surrender anyway. I think it actually was like 2 turns before that. But yeah, they definitely knew the end was coming, and they want to go out with a bang. At least that's what I want to imagine. Of course, it's the AI, and they're just programmed that way. Delicious, delicious water. Okay. We don't have any hills to really get a great position for our artillery, but thankfully we have some firing arcs, some pretty substantial firing arcs for a lot of the artillery here. I'm not really too worried. Put them all there. Actually, I'll have this artillery be on the on the front line. Yeah, I think so actually. I hate when it gets clumped up like this, like almost fusing into each other. actually fusing into each other, like this one. That looked a bit weird. Oh well. Do we need to place these guys on the front line? Well, I guess. Just make sure they have a distance between each other. There we go. Group them all up, because I do believe they have pretty similar skills. I guess these guys have the kill zone, but all of them have the shrapnel shots. That's quite nice indeed. Then we have the line infantry. There we go. Cavalry. A Yari lieutenant. Another Yari lieutenant. And the last Yari lieutenant. Have the general be somewhat close to the artillery, so that they can deliver some awesome firepower. Also push up these guys a bit more. There we go. And guard mode, and we are good to go, I think. Let's start off with a good round of just awesome shrapnel shot. Ooh. That's what I want to see. And did it hit the... no, it didn't. Oh well. It still caused massive damage. These guys lost almost 30 men. These guys lost a bit over 10 men. 11 actually. 20. Ooh, yeah, stuff like this. Just good all damage all around. And here we get reinforcements. Which I don't really think we need, quite frankly. Anyway, let's send the generals up to support each other. Also, Gambata. That was pretty simultaneous. Ooh, yes. Once again, just what I wanted to see. Also, I think it's time to push up the line to make sure that the first thing that the enemy hit is not my artillery. I think that is very much wanted. And the Default Samurai, like, friendly fire system, or friendly fire avoidance system actually, is pretty decent. It's only in naval battles that they really struggle a lot. I have a unit that... well, the RE-10 units that seem to be struggling a bit with the movement there. Ah, I love this. It's just what I wanted to see. Oh, they actually did have some artillery. Yes, they have fort artillery, didn't they? Light guns, and cannon battery. So basically this unit. Which means they do have artillery production facility. Good for them. Let's get the Yari units ready. Like here. Ganbate again. And frontal assaults. Let's see how good of an idea that was. Apparently it was pretty decent, but okay, never mind, they have lost all but 20 before they even reached that line. This one is doing a bit better, but they did lose their general, so I don't think that was really worth it. So, frontal assault with all of the general units. I don't think that was a particularly good idea, but then again, if you do not win this battle, which you are not gonna do, but if you do not win this battle, you are gonna lose all of your generals anyway, so I guess it's kind of worth it in that regard. But then again, I don't think so. Space. Making easy work out of all of the artillery. Yes, all the cavalry. There we go. And the actual artillery still doing quite a lot of work. Let's take a look at the counts here, actually. Oh, are we counter artillery firing? I don't know, but that firing arc seemed like you were aiming all the way over here. They do have those in range. But apparently that wasn't the case. Anyway, shrapnel shots. What are your kill counts? 67, 36, 99, 78, and 47. But the real kicker when it comes to artillery is, of course, you love the deadliness of the artillery, but a major bonus is just the fear factor and yeah, just the morale impact of a shrapnel shell hitting that. And this is a bad example because these guys are actually being rallied right now, but yeah, it can make units like this lose a lot of their morale, and these guys are very much elited. Well, of course there are better units, but they definitely have a great quality. You found a great place to attack. You know, the place I have protected by the bay units. Ganbate, once again. I guess this is kind of my weak flank here. I don't know though. Oh, have you chased them away? Not really, not yet. But yeah, the spear units are definitely taking them down. Like this unit right here. Yeah, they should be shattered by now. And indeed they are. So another general killed brutally, and another one is about to go down. We sent the Yari-10s fleeing, and actually we got a line infantry unit actually hiding. That close to my line. Kinda impressive. Kneel fire. Yes, one volley, and they're just fleeing. They've ambushed me, you say? I don't think so. That's more like it. And they're actually carrying the light guns here. I don't think that is a good idea. That close to the front line. Actually, I'll just do like this, and it should pretty much sweep up just about everything. Okay, toggle fire at will off, and make sure that we focus on the line infantry, so that we do as little friendly fire as possible. Well, that's actually this unit. I thought they went hidden again, but no, they just shattered. And that was actually every single unit. So we will see the end of the battle pretty soon, and there you have it. So I'm gonna continue this a little bit, just to make sure that we get the enemy artillery, because we don't want them to still be active, because even with an auto-assault by now, we might still have a chance to lose a few more men than I think is reasonable. So, just take care of the 2 artillery batteries we have here, and these guys should be, well, they have pretty much reached the red line by now, I think. So yeah, just make short work out of them, and I will be happy. Also, fire at will off, just in case of friendly fire. There you go. Give them a few movement orders like that, just in case. Okay, that's one, and I actually think the second one is right here. And that was it. I think, yes, all the crosses, as you can see, are the symbols for the artillery, has been wiped out on the enemy side. Therefore, there we go. The game is actually a bit sluggish when you try to end the battle while you're in full fast forward, so that's why the menu didn't come up immediately when I said that we were going to end it. Oh well. Anyway, he decides victory, as I hoped for. And we actually level up. The two novice generals have actually managed to work out up a bit of experience. So once again, Matsuyama want peace desperately, and I'll give it to them after they have given me 2 more regions. So yeah, I'll give him a bit of peace and maybe take out Tosha. Army distracted. I actually think it's these guys. Sorry. Water. The best thing for dry throats. And like suddenly my throat dried out there. That was a bit weird. Anyway, as I said, general increase in rank, army distracted, which is over here, which we don't really care about. Ishin Shishi. Yes. He leveled up. Oh, that guy. The guy that isn't really doing anything. Give him that, and also give him this. How's this province doing, by the way? Should be fully imperial by now. Let's see. Yeah, just about. Next turn it will actually reach 100%, so I am definitely satisfied. So I should actually give him a tiny boat and let him leave that island. I don't know where it's really needed. As I said, these regions mainly do support the Emperor, so we don't really have a huge conversion problem. But I'm sure we'll find some place he can be useful. Anyway, another region captured, and eventually we move on to Hoki and start on the Yonago clan after we have just finished off the Matsui clan. Let's also resolve this. Yeah. Could play a battle, but yeah, that was also completely auto-resolvable, so I didn't really want that. So, general increase in rank here as well. So that was quite nice. And by now, we have the last Matsuyama region in front of us. On the Honshu Island, that is. On the Shikoku, I believe. I think there's the U there. Hiding. Islands. We still have 3 regions? I don't know. Because I saw these guys actually had 5 regions. Maybe this one? Yes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, which counted on the unturn. 4, 5. Okay, so that makes sense. But yeah, I'll let them keep these 2, and I guess we're not taking every single region they have on the Honshu Island, but definitely these, which used to be kind of their main provinces. And now they're mine. All mine. Well, not this one. Not Bichu. Or Bichu. Just yet. But yeah, that will presumably happen in the next part. So, I hope you enjoyed this part. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And, as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.